konuklar Brezilya'ya uzanacağız. Brezilya'nın hızla büyüyen e-ticaret pazarını ele alacağız. Fırsat ve zorluklara bakacağız. İş fırsatlarına, lojistiğe, ödeme sistemlerine, yasal düzenlemelere ve tüketici davranışlarına odaklanacağız. Nasıl yapacağız bunu? Çok değerli bir konuğumuz var. Bu konuğumuza siz konuşması ardından sorular da yöneltebilirsiniz bu arada. Konuşmayı dinlerken bunu da aklınızda bulundurun lütfen. Şimdi konuşmasını yapmak üzere Celia Full Commerce'un kurucusu ve CEO'su Sayın Ângelo Vicente'yi sahneye davet ediyorum efendim.
Hello everyone. So, I was challenged to prepare something for you to explain the most important things about e-commerce. So, my goal is tell about my story, about my company, and I'm going to go through why Brazil is a region where Turkish companies and other companies from the world should take a look in terms of digital maturity. And then I'm going to jump at the end to the thesis that I did at MIT 2 years ago, studying e-commerce fully in US, United States, Japan, and Brazil. So, one second. I'm the founder and CEO of Celia. Celia is one of the largest service providers in Brazil. We handle e-commerces from a lot of brands such as Pandora, Levi's, JBL, Kimberly-Clark, and many other brands. So the mission that I have, and I want to share with you, is I've implemented more than 300 projects in my life, getting retailers to sell online, getting manufacturers to sell online. And I've been a retailer in the past for 10 years when I had my company in China that I was on furniture. And I was buying furniture in China and reselling in Brazil, purely e-commerce. Okay? So it's been more than 15 years that I've been acting in that role as an entrepreneur, executive, and also passionate about e-commerce. What my company that I founded in 2017, what is behind Celia? So the name comes from selling AI. Okay, so that's the integration of Cell AI. So it's the opposite of AI, it's IA because it's in Portuguese. So it means that we are going to sell using AI, because we're collecting a lot of data from the ecosystem that we work with. And this is the solutions that we provide. We implement e-commerce. That's the first thing that we do. It doesn't matter what type of technology you use on the front end, that's what we do. We have an ecosystem of systems integrated to take care of the order life cycle. We help companies and sellers to go through the marketplace journey, getting the assortment ready to sell in Mercado Livre, Amazon, and some other marketplaces that has an important role in South America. We are a digital marketing agency, so basically, whatever you invest, we allocate the money for Google AdWords, for Instagram ads, for SEO, and some other market automation to make you sell with a better performance. We also have our own distribution centers where we do the picking, packing, and shipping the orders to the end customers, so the last mile as well. We have a customer service team to be ready to support when you need returns, when you have any questions about the products, delivery, whatever. They're there to answer anything about the brand and the product. We have financial services and taxes to help your company to be established in Brazil and to offer you the best way to get profitability using our services and we also offer a consulting phase previous to implementing the business in order to give you information on how to start operating in Brazil. So what I'm going to show you here, which is very important if you're considering to expand your business to South America, is Brazil is the fifth largest economy in the world. Based on what? In how many number of internet users we have, which is a lot. We have 182 million people with internet access. It means they're going to shop online, for sure. So that's the first KPI, and that's almost 85% of the entire population in Brazil. When we take a look at LATAM, South America, Brazil is by far the best, the highest, the largest online population inside of LATAM, followed by Mexico and Argentina. So those are the percentages of the penetration when we talk about internet available for citizens. We have 214 million people in Brazil. Out of those e-commerce purchases, the main payment method preference is credit card, as all over the world is the same behavior. But we also have a technology that we created, which is Pix, where you were able to do a fast transaction on a debit method with an authentication from our local regulations. Just to give you an idea, we have 565,000 e-commerces operating in Brazil. Imagine if you want to get in and compete, and look how many stores we have out there in our field. The average order value, considering all categories that we operate, from furniture, grocery, electronics, fashion, it's 450 reais, which is a little under $100. And the main categories that we operate in Brazil are electronics, home products, and grocery. We have to compare ourselves with the main digital markets, which is China and the US. So we are pushing the rest of the world because of the speed that we are growing. But to give you an idea, China is going to grow almost 18% in the next 5 years. The US is growing slowly compared to China and the rest of the world. And the rest of the world is pushed by Brazil, which has a significant CAGR, which is the compound annual growth rate. Okay? And I'm considering the thesis here that I'm telling you, Brazil is set to boom. That's the idea. If you're considering to expand globally, you have to take a look into South America, which is a market that has a lot of specialties. This is how we are projected to grow in terms of billions of dollars through the next 5 years. So this year we are expected to deliver around $60 billion in terms of e-retail. So that's e-commerce transactions, considering just selling to B2C. B2B is not accounted in that number. When we look forward to the next 4 years, we have a CAGR of 143%, which is 2 digits, close to 25% every year that we are growing. So what do we have to think about when we are considering getting our products in Brazil based on the experience that we have in America and China? What are the main factors that online buyers consider before setting up an online journey or selling something through the internet? The first thing, everybody searches on internet to buy something, especially you. We are born with the phones. Now it's part of our journey. It's attached to us. I can't live without WhatsApp or AI in my life. It would be very hard for me to consider living without those technologies. We also consider customer reviews to see if the product or the service attends my expectation. And if the company and the brand on the other side is serious to offer something to us, we always look for the assortment at the marketplace, because you can compare prices easily, freight costs, and you have everything you want by using the search, looking for the taxonomy of the product that you're looking for. And we also concerned about, when we make a decision of buying something online, am I able to return if I don't want the product? Do I have a customer support ready to respond if I need to question anything? Do I have an omni-channel experience? Let's say that I'm going to buy a jacket or a shirt. What if it doesn't fit? Can I exchange in the store? Can I return the product in the store and go get and try another size, for example? And we all want to receive the goods, and we are willing to pay more to receive on the same day. Fast shipping. So those are the main takeaways that you should consider when you start an e-commerce and the business. To give you an idea in terms of size of retail in Brazil, we're talking about $500 million. That's the size of retail, and that represents 20% of the GDP. And this is how the penetration is growing in Brazil. And we are about to achieve 15% this year, which is very similar to Turkey. So that's the e-retail, e-commerce over total retail. The amount of transactions that we do online over the total. And the reason is, in Brazil, people are having more access to speed of internet. If you have good internet quality, if you have phones, you're shopping online. So that's why we are set to boom. Another thing, Brazil, like Turkey, it's a huge country. I took this map today in the morning just to give you an idea about the size of Brazil, and then I put some other countries to cover our territory. And then, as you can see, we have a lot of rural areas. And with the adoption of Starlink, they also have access to good internet. They can purchase online, even being in rural areas, where you can also get deliveries as well. The favorite app is WhatsApp, and that's one of the main used journeys in Brazil nowadays. So WhatsApp and Instagram has to be in your strategy if you're moving in that direction, in that region, to sell over there. Another thing that is being used mostly, and then you can compare to some other countries, in Brazil specifically, we still use SMS, and we're doing a lot of emails and live chatting as channels to get in contact with humans to start the journey of acquisition. The most important thing that I want to talk about, I still have 2 minutes. This is the thesis that I did at MIT. I'm pretty sure that all of you understand all these stages. Getting to know the product, having an interest of buying something, visiting a website, visiting a product, images, videos, content about a product, getting the product to a cart, buying something online, waiting for the payment analysis so we can get the payment approval, shipping, we get the delivery, and then we do the customer evaluation. That's the journey that we all have been through, if it's a B2C or B2B. If you're shopping online, you got to go through all those milestones. But I want to explain what's behind the scenes. So this is what we know, but to get to know from awareness to interest, there are a lot of branding, videos, displays, social media, convincing you from that brand to acquire something with really good content. And after you have the interest to have the site visit, you have all of those technologies making you search well. So you put whatever you want to buy, and then you type it, and then you find it. And there's a lot of technology behind to give you like a really good search to go from interest to the site visit. On the next stage, you need to understand that there's a lot of programmatic, a lot of programming behind the scenes on the back end, getting you to visit the product based on what type of personalization can I offer? What type of A/B testing? Those front ends are being customized for all of us with the variables that are collected from your behavior. After I do the product visit, I put the product in the cart by checking reviews and doing the assortment, checking the assortment. And then I decide what type of payment, what type of rate, if I have a coupon or a loyalty program before I decide to buy something. And then I get all the order integration with the payment and the stock reservation through the ERP. After we do the payment analysis with fraud analysis to get a risk score. After the payment is approved, I send the order to the DC, and then I can ship the order through the last mile carrier in order to deliver the goods to the end customer. And then I can update the tracking, and all the control tower can be supplied with all this information, even if you have returns, to get your evaluation as a customer. So the message, and the final message that I want to share with you is there is a complex ecosystem where I call the dark purple side is all you need to get your marketing done. The gray light sign is where all the operations are needed, with 10 systems integrated to make the order life cycle operate well to deliver you value. I don't have more time. This is my LinkedIn. Connect, and please let me know if you need to get deep into some information that I shared with you. And thank you for being here. Thanks for the opportunity.